This lesson is on deleting rows from a table. Now, take a look at this form. We're looking at the authors table. Go down, we have 25 authors listed here. You see, next to every one of them, there's a checkbox. Under the heading Delete ? I'm going to check on the checkbox for all of the authors that I want to get rid of. We have Jane Jones. We'll click her, and then me, Steve Perry. We'll click me, get rid of me. So I've selected these two authors for deletion, but I haven't initiated it yet. I'm going to now click on the button, Delete Authors. So we get a message that tells us they've been deleted. If we scan the table, we can see that we've only got 23 rows and that they're gone. So before we go to the code, I want to do a View Page Source because I want you to see something that I did here. Look at the checkboxes. I have type equals checkbox. The name is the social security number. It's the same social security number that appears in the table just as display, but I made the name be that, the name of the checkbox. This helps me keep things in line with each other so I know which checkbox is going to delete which author. So it's a little trick, and I'll show you how I did it in code. Let's go down. I'm connecting to MySQL, and then I connect to the database here. Just as always, select statement, I'm getting the 3 columns I want to see. Normal. Now let's get down to the for loop where we're going through all of the rows of data that come back from the authors table. Here I'm getting the column information from the $row array. And here I do something interesting. I check to see if social security number is set. Well, that's a little confusing because you're thinking about the variable, but I'm not really looking at the social security number being set. I'm looking to see if the checkbox that's got the name of social security number, whatever value's in there, if that is set. First time in, it won't be set. So I'm going to make the variable that I just named $checked be N for no. Otherwise, I'm going to bring the value back. And you'll see in a moment, move down here, where I write the checkbox, the value of it being checked is Y. Y for yes, checked. And you can see here where I name it the social security number. Okay? And then here, I have it just displaying, and then the other 3 columns. So this is a little trick to keep things in line. There's multiple ways to do this sort of thing. This is just the way I chose to do now. So after we do this check of the checked, we check to see whether it's Y or not. If it is Y, that one is flagged for deletion. We want to get rid of that author. If it's not Y, we just go ahead and write the row out because we want that guy. But we're not going to write the row out if we want to see them go bye-bye. Let's go ahead instead run the delete author function. And I'm passing the DB connection string and the 3 columns that we care about. Let's go down to the function itself. Here it is. I kept the names the same. Now the statement, delete from author. If I did this, what do you think would happen if I didn't put a where clause on it? All of the authors would be deleted. You got to be real careful. Less affects more in SQL. So the where statement restricts the number of rows that are operated on. So we want to make sure that that is part of what's happening here. In fact, we only want to delete one author at a time. So this function is being called in the loop where we're going through rows. So when we come in here, we're only going to delete the author where the social is equal to the one that we pass in. Okay? So that's the primary key. That's the best way to delete a row, by the primary key. Here, I just check to see if I did it okay. If it is, $result is true, then I report back that message that life is good, author deleted, otherwise an error. There's no special error we need to look for. Remember how we looked for 1062 in the insert statement? Nothing like that here. So this will get rid of it. You can see here, I didn't technically need to pass in the last name and the first name for the delete statement itself. I just needed the primary key, but I like to have a friendly message reported back to the user of the person I did delete. So that's why I passed them into the function. This ends our lesson on deleting rows from a table.